Good evening. Welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I'm your host, the one and only Ashley Live. Tonight is episode 84, and I have the incredibly talented guitarist, Brandon A. Thomas. He's from Atlanta. He's performed for over 20 years. He's worked with everybody from Angie Stone, Outkast, Ginuwine, and countless others. In 2008, he released his debut album, A Soul Acoustic, and Brandon currently plays and tours with Grammy Award winning musician Leon Bridges. So we're gonna hang tight, wait for Brandon to hop in the room. We're gonna talk music, touring, venues. He has a lot of incredible stories, and I'm excited for you guys to meet him. Where are you guys tuning in from tonight? Thank you for congratulating me on episode 84. Yes, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so hanging tight, waiting for Brandon to hop in the room. While I wait for Brandon to hop in the room, I'm going to share a song lyric because for those of you who tune into every show, you know I start each show with a song lyric. So Brandon just hopped in the room, so I'm going to wait until Brandon pops in, and then I'm going to share the lyric with Brandon as well. Hey, Jeff, Brandon, Colette. Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Ash. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How's your night going?
It's amazing.
Wonderful. Well, I'm just introducing you to Vibin with Ashley Live, and I wanted to let you know that I start each show with a song lyric. So you popped in right at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to share this lyric with you, and you're going to tell me what this band means to you and what this song means to you. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So it's from Metallica. The song is Nothing Else Matters, and it's from 1992. I know you know this song very well.
Yeah.
Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters.
Yeah. Man, that lyric number one makes me think of like 1991 or two, and like sitting in my living room watching MTV like top 10 countdowns.
Yeah.
And like Metallica without fail would be in it, and it'd be like Metallica, Guns N' Roses, but all the like 90s rock metal.
Yeah.
Out, and that's what it makes me think of. But yeah, definitely that album is one of the first albums that like I dug so deeply into that I was just like, I get this whole album, I'm into it, like I'm listening to it, and like I'm like listening to it, so you gotta flip it and then flip it again, and that's like the I want to say it's the second or third song on the B side of the tape.
Yeah.
And like, but that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The 90s had so many like great albums. So much great music came out of the 90s. So when you say I had the CD and I played it front to back, I'm like, oh my God, don't you miss just listening to the CD from front to back?
Yeah, for sure. I do miss doing that, but I definitely kind of consume. There's a whole group of artists that I listen to that I consume the music in that way. Like I listen to the record. Like there's other stuff where I'm just like, songing it. Like, oh, I like this vibe. I like this jam. But definitely, even like if I listen to Radiohead, I still I can just play it down. Or there's also this band I like called Bombay Bicycle Club.
Okay.
And they have an album, and it's like, and it has a cohesiveness and a flow that you can just listen to it down. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Those are the best. Definitely. So you taught yourself how to play guitar at 18 years old. Who inspired you to get into music, and what was so intriguing about the guitar for you?
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like I just always like internally just loved music.
Mm-hmm.
Like music itself, like not even back then. I don't really remember having like an artist where I was like, I'm going to play like them. I eventually had that, but definitely to begin with, it was just like, I just really wanted to play Metallica songs.
Yeah.
So I would just, you talk about Nothing Else Matters. I would like, I got into this, in high school, I got into a guitar class in high school, and that's really where I started. So I was in that class, and there was a kid in there who also knew how to play already, and he would be showing me Metallica songs. So I would just be like, show me that, you know. I'd be like, whatever, and learning, and that's it. I just wanted to play Metallica songs, I guess, but
Who
just,
doesn't want to play Metallica songs?
but then, you know, eventually, like soon after that, I just wanted to like play every song that I liked, any
Yeah,
song that I liked the song. So it just
right.
quickly just like, oh, I love how this instrument sounds, and I could kind of just some about it I could kind of just get, like I just got, like I don't know, you know, when I hate to be like I was born with it, but like I just feel like some of it is just like I can't really explain why I can get it, but I got it. I got that part early, so.
Yeah. Well, you knew you loved music, and then you were like, I want to be a part of it. I love Metallica. And then it just kind of was like this natural progression where you're like, I'm going to do guitar. It's awesome.
Yeah, and like, yeah, and I really just wanted to play metal to begin with, like, you know, just down that avenue. But you know, you grow, and I did that for a long time, and then, you know, of course, it just branched out. So,
Definitely. What's one of your favorite songs to perform and why?
hmm. I mean, that's tough. There's a lot of songs I like. I mean, I
Oh,
like playing
like
a
your
lot of.
top five.
Okay. Okay. Like on some R&B, like you familiar with the Isley Brothers?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
So
Ernest
like
Isley, yes.
I play like Voyage to Atlantis. That's
Yes. Yes.
a big solo in it, and
Yeah.
it's just, you know, like, you know, just pretty chorus, that kind of thing. And so that's one song I like to play a lot. Um, what's another song that I really like to play? Um, like my favorite Leon Bridges song to play. There's a lot of them. Uh, oh, I like to play Beyond.
Yeah.
Leon Bridges Beyond.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Whether it's like with the band or like acoustic, it's so fun to like. That's super fun. I love that song. Um, what else? There's so many good songs. And we're just talking about playing, like playing a song. It's fun to play. What is it called? Um, oh, another song I like to play is fun. There's a lot of Drake songs, but I like to play "Just Hold On, We're Going Home."
Oh, really? Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. And D'Angelo, "Lady." That's
Yes.
um. But then, you know, I could go a whole another like
Yeah.
tour lane of stuff I like to play, but that's just kind of what's in the forefront of my mind right now.
I love that you said Voyage to Atlantis, though. Like, amazing. Because the thing is, it's like sometimes I catch people off guard when I ask them certain questions. They're like, oh my gosh, like I can name 20 songs right now. I'm like, I know, but like, what first pops into your mind?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love Isley Brothers, period. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you watch the verses a couple weeks back?
Yeah, I did. I did. I watched it, and then I also had like I happened to be playing an Isley Brothers tribute show that week too. I was like fully immersed in all things Isley.
Oh, that's good.
And I
I
also
mean,
got them up on my wall, like so I see them pretty much every day. Like
oh,
I
that's awesome.
got the album hanging up on the vinyl up there.
Yeah. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. So, Metallica and Pantera are a few of the bands that you're inspired by, but I know you're inspired by all different kinds of music. What about their artistry speaks to you?
And well, you know, definitely. I mean, the first thing is uh, the the songwriting and the guitar, the guitar playing and the writing the songs for guitar. I mean, I think all of it is super high level guitar by
Yeah,
any standards. Um, so I mean, that's the first thing that kind of speaks to me. But there's like a certain like energy and power inside of the attitude and energy of the music.
right.
Yeah, that that definitely when I was, you know, younger. like that energetic, like let's go do it thing inside of it. That's kind of the main thing that kind of spoke to me about that music. Just like a driving force, like a, you know, kind of a just very intense, raging energy, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of like that. Even though, you know, I'm an older, more mature man at this point in my life. You know, definitely there was that time when it was like, ah, you know, and that it spoke to that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Very cool. What other musicians inspire you?
man, everyone. I mean, everyone, but I mean, you know, you go through guitar is a journey. You know, it's
Right.
not a destination. So, you know, as you grow in it, you learn about players. So there's a bunch of you know, guitarists, of course, that have inspired me. But I guess you know, a really good one of note that I'll just go ahead and put out there. John Mayer is definitely,
Yes.
you know, a guitar player that I love to listen to, study, and just, you know, he's dope.
Hmm.
Some of it is like it's like cliche, but it's true. It's just like you know. But Jimi Hendrix
Hmm.
is what it is. You know, Isley Brothers.
Yeah.
Like just and this, I'm just talking about just as far as guitar, just like
Right.
musician. Like wow, I love that. But I mean, it's a bunch of people. Like you know, all the usual suspects. Like you know, from like Glasper to Thundercat to uh, Zed
Yeah.
to you know like uh, you know the Timberlands and Pharrell's, people like that. You know what I mean? I mean, I could go so deep on all that, but yeah, I'm inspired by and my peers around me that I play with, like cats that I play with on a regular basis. You know what I mean? I could name a million of them, but I'm inspired by all of it.
Yeah. And I love that it's so many different genres as well, because it's not like, oh my gosh, I only listen to this one genre. It's like everybody. And I love that you're like, everybody inspires me. It doesn't really matter. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah. I try to all around, so I just try to draw from the abundance of it, you know, versus just acting like it's in shortage. You know, it's so much inspiration, so I'm just here to take it all in.
of course. Who would you like to collaborate with?
Who would I like to collaborate with?
Yep.
Um, like every band that I like. Let me think of a like a really, really now artist.
It could be
Maybe
anybody.
like okay, now that I'm listening to, well, definitely like Zed. I
Yeah.
don't know. I want to do something with Zed, make
Yeah.
some EDM vibes. Just I love the like harmonic and melodic like thing that he paints with those grooves. I love that. But then at the same time, you know, like I know so many artists. It just it's so many that I would want to collaborate with. But anyone dope, like anyone that's amazing, anyone that has like a vibe to create, and I can help. Like that's what I want to collab with, really. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Good vibes is important because when you vibe with the musician, it's just like that energy that comes together and you know it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's not even up to me at this point. You know, like anything I, I just feel like I'm following it. You know what I mean? It's leading me. So it's just like whatever I can add to it. Like I'm here to try to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Since 2017, you've been playing and touring with Grammy Award winning musician Leon Bridges. How did you guys meet?
So I met Leon while I was on tour with another super dope artist. She goes by Say Grace.
Hmm.
Back then she was just Grace, but now she goes by Say Grace. She's super dope,
Yeah.
vocalist from Australia. She was like a teenager then. Maybe she's still super young, but like she was like teenager. But I was playing with her, and she's we had the opportunity to open up for Leon Bridges on his European tour. So we opened up for like we did like 18 shows in Europe
Oh, cool.
with Grace, and I was playing with Grace, and we had a great time, amazing tour. But that's where I met them. That's where I met him initially. You know him and everyone in the band and their whole team, because you
Yeah.
know we were on their tour and they definitely like showed us love and took care of us. So that's where I met them,
Hmm.
and um, just a few years later, you know, just I got a call, and you know they were just saying like, "Hey, we remember you from the opener of the tour. We remember you. It was a good vibe. Are you interested in playing?" And then, you know, I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. It's got to be so cool to get a call like that, though, because the thing is, like, when someone says, "Hey, you have good vibes, come out with us, come do your thing, we like you."
Tell me about it. Good call. It's like, wow, that's cool. You know, just get picked for something for just like being yourself. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Huh?
Hmm.
And just, you know, there was no politics to it. It was just 100% like, you know, like whatever vibe, whatever energy I was putting out, they picked that energy up and was like, hey, does this energy could possibly match with what we're trying to do? Because
Yeah.
with Leon and everything he's doing, he's like very intentional about the energy and who's around him. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not willy nilly at all. So to know that they're that kind of camp and they're like he has that kind of team around him for
Hmm.
him just pick me for that reason and just I mean obviously because I can play, but it's like that's important
Yeah.
being on the team. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Cool call to get.
Definitely. And energy is something you can't fake. Like, you either have good energy or you don't. Like, and thankfully, they loved what you were about. We're like, come
Yeah.
on, join the family.
Yeah, that's what it is. Super, super family. So,
Awesome. What's it like working with him? Oh, is he up there? He's up there somewhere.
yeah, I can show you any of these at any time. Just let me know. But yeah, what's it like working with him? He's like, hey, what you see is what you get. Like, he's he doesn't have like a character to play or to go. He's just him. Like, he's
Yeah.
Leon. He's really a super nice guy. He really just like when he's singing, he's just vibing. Like what comes out like that. Like he just has. That's what his voice sounds like.
Definitely.
Just sounds amazing like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it's over, and I mean he's a super nice guy, like um, stand up guy. He's a gentleman. I mean he takes care of. I mean he treats all of us just like we're family.
Hmm.
Um, in deeper ways than just like letting us be play his music with him, but just he takes care of us on all the levels. And just like I said, to be on that team with the amazing like level of talent and musicians that are on the team. Plus, Leon himself is, I mean, it's awesome. So all that speaks to like what kind of person he is. It's just it all makes sense. It's you meet him and you're around him and you won't like really be surprised that he has been like given all of this these opportunities and been given a gift like that. You're like, oh, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It just all comes together.
Like, good steward of what he has as well. He's a good steward of like the gift of music and song and like creative energy and art.
Yeah.
Like an example steward of like you know what you should be. It's like yeah, like he would be Frodo Baggins in the Lord. He would be the person to like yo, you watch The Ring because you can. The ring won't like all the stuff that the ring does to everyone else will not affect you, and
Right.
you hold this.
Yeah.
It's like that's what I would say.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So I know you've been touring with him for quite a while. What's one of the best pieces of advice he's given you?
Well, you want to know the answer to that? I feel like
Or
the answer.
maybe you can't say it in public. I don't know.
I'll tell you this. Everyone in the band will agree with me. I'm the oldest person in the band,
Yeah.
so I'm usually giving the advice.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm usually the one that's like dealing out the advice.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that has kids too, so I got a whole slew of things to teach these young.
I
So,
love it.
but yeah, but man, he's just my brother, and he just only has good things to say. I mean, when we're talking, it's just all good vibes. We just be wilding out. Like, we're like, I mean, everyone's super silly. So, you know, yeah, we're just always having fun. So
Yeah.
that's what every conversation is. And, talking music, and just enjoying the opportunities that we get to share together.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I deal advice in the band for sure. Like, keep the kids in line, keep them together.
Yeah. I love it. I love how you said it's like fun and good energy because that's pretty much all anybody ever wants. Like, just have fun and have good energy, and we can have a good time.
Yeah, we can make it happen, and that's all it is, man. It's really amazing. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, as the young people say, no cap. Like,
Exactly. So you've been fortunate to tour extensively and play legendary venues. Radio City Music Hall, Red Rocks, Hollywood Bowl. I mean, I could be here for days just telling everybody the venues you've played at. What are a few of your favorite cities and venues to play at?
yeah, okay. So, like, totally on my like Prince vibes, Minneapolis for
Yeah,
sure. Like, got a vibe, like, and I'll just go ahead and say this, not to slight any other city's musicianship or vibe or whatever, but whatever's going on in Minneapolis, they have a thing, and it's vibe. It's a vibe. I
yeah.
like as a city, and just playing there, it just makes me feel like, you know, I'm in Prince's band. I just go to Minneapolis and pretend that I'm in Prince's band. So
Oh my God, I love it.
yeah, that's what the mood is. So yeah, uh, yeah, Minneapolis is fire. I mean, L.A., New York City. Like, who doesn't like New York? I played so many places in New York. But New York, I mean, if you don't like New York, you're weird. You're gonna question someone's like if they're like really like I don't like New York that much. You're gonna be like, why? Like, you have that answer, right? When you have that, like, tell me the answer. Like, tell me why. Give me the break this down now. You know.
Definitely.
So I love New York City. I mean, I can. Definitely, it's easy. It's easier to say that you like the bigger cities. So I
Right.
want to like the usual suspects. So yeah, but it is the usual suspects. But there's definitely little like smaller cities that are just like, yo, it's vibey here. Like San Diego, say for instance.
Yeah.
I like San Diego. It just has a vibe to it. It's not like it's better than LA, but it's just a different vibe. But I definitely like that vibe. But I'm not necessarily gonna mention it in my top five of like, oh yeah.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
How about abroad? Because you've toured
oh yeah.
international.
Yeah, I mean, abroad, I tend to like the cities that I felt like the people were the nicest,
Yeah.
but then there's like the usual suspects. So yeah, definitely Amsterdam is hard, and it's way deeper than um, cannabis. It's just the whole thing
Right.
plus the cannabis. Um, it's the whole thing is a vibe. It's like it's very like Euro. It's
Right.
like very Europe, but then there's elements to it that makes it feel like, this is kind of like America. I can like get a burger, like I can get like regular, but then there's elements that's like, it has kind of like, it has like all the water and they're very green friendly and all that, and you can feel that in the city. There's all these bikes everywhere. It's like there's like 800 bikes every block. Like the kids get out of school on bikes.
Oh, wow.
So like that's kind of a cool vibe. Amsterdam's awesome. Um, man, so many places. Definitely, probably one of my favorite places abroad is Auckland.
Okay.
Definitely New Zealand is, I mean, New Zealand. Yeah, everything about New Zealand is amazing.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it lives up to like everything you could possibly, all the things you hear people say about New Zealand, they're true.
Yeah.
So definitely New Zealand. I know it's not one city, just the whole country, but Auckland specifically.
It's
Um,
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, 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 what's um, Soul?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah.
Like that's like you ever? I don't know if you do video games. You ever play Grand Theft Auto?
I've seen commercials for Grand Theft Auto.
It's like driving around in like some level of like some board in like Grand Theft Auto. It's
Oh
like
my, that's cool.
can't be real. You're just like, this is just not real. It's just so much like urban, yet mountains and river and like people and it's just forever. And it's just like how it's just like when you're going through New York City and you're just like, how is all this here?
Yeah.
But like if you threw like mountains in it, like weaved into the city and
Oh, that's
like it's like that feeling.
yeah.
It's beautiful. So yeah, there and then like man, I've been in South America. Like I mean, Rio is the same thing. You're driving around and you're like, this can't be real. Like this looks fake. It's like so amazing. It's like fake. It's just like this is like you're in a video game. It's so
Hmm.
um yeah. I mean the people, the culture. You know, like it's just yeah. Um, yeah, so I mean, I could go on and on, but of course, the best city in the world, Atlanta, Georgia.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It's
Okay, so
forever. Like,
I've never been to Atlanta, and I don't know who in the chat is from Atlanta or who has not been. But why is Atlanta the best city?
man, it's like, I mean, it's it's like I can't even, I couldn't sum it up. You know, I'm not articulate and poetic enough
Yeah.
to sum it up in a nice, neat package, but we have a culture and a very specific demographic to blend into that culture,
Hmm.
um, and the music scene, um, all of those things combined just make it a very like special place. And like though I've been all these places in the
Right.
world, I come home sometimes and I'm like, wow, I'm really like, damn, this place is different than every place I've ever been, and I'm from
Yeah.
here. I've never lived anywhere else, but I've been to hundreds of cities in the world, and like,
Hmm.
and it's just it's its own thing, which also like gave me perspective on how to like look at where I live in that way.
Right.
So traveling like opened my eyes to how amazing like the place that I live and that I am frequently at. You know, like it opened my eyes to that. So.
Yeah, because you're right. You're like, I've just toured everywhere and I've seen everything. And you're like, but I still love my hometown.
Yeah, and it just makes you yeah. I try to now when I'm driving around my hometown, I try to look at it with through the same lens you look at things when you go to a new place. You
Yeah.
just like, open your eyes and you just take it all in and you just like wow, you look at the details and when I look at it like that, it's just as amazing. And the people are amazing and like the music scene is incredible.
Hmm.
The fact that I that's what I do for a living.
Yeah.
Like I play guitar.
Yeah.
That It's just almost amazing for me to say that out of my mouth. That's my day job. And
Yeah.
so that's just a testament to the music scene here because I'm one of hundreds or thousands of cats in the city that are musicians just like myself and they
Right.
do it too. So it's an amazing thing. Yeah. And I know I I somehow Atlanta led me to Leon Bridges because
Yeah.
you know what I mean? The music scene.
Hmm.
And he's another state, you know, another part. Like no one else on the team is from Atlanta. It's not like we were in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Atlanta, Georgia.
Very cool. What are a few of your favorite music venues in Atlanta?
Okay. I mean, man, I hope no one in the chat's watching this. This could be highly controversial.
Oh gosh. Okay.
But no, I mean, there's like, I mean, the Fox chat. Okay, number one, Chastain Park.
Okay.
Chastain Park, hands down. It's just, it's the vibe. It's
Yeah.
the vibe. If you want to see a show in Atlanta, Chastain Park wins. It
Hmm.
don't matter. See anybody.
Yeah.
That's the best place to see them. It's like big, intimate, all at the same time. The
Hmm.
vibe. outdoor. It's like walking up to it. It's in a beautiful place. It's in a beautiful park. It's fire.
Mhm.
Chastain Park is the Fox. I mean, it's a lot of dope smaller venues too. Not necessarily like Leon Bridges,
Right.
but like Venkman's is probably like um, my just hands down the spot. Matter of fact, wait. So I can let me put that in Venkman.
Okay.
I think it's Venkman's ATL. Boom. Venkman's ATL. That is an amazing spot. That's an amazing room to listen to music, consume music. Like it's got a vibe. I mean, yeah, Venkman's. Um, uh, like used to, I would say Apache.
Hmm.
Apache legendary in the city. It's not there anymore. It's sort of in a new place, but I'm talking about the old Apache. Even though the new one is amazing,
Yeah.
old Apache. Um, yeah, yeah. And then with I mean, nowadays everywhere is a venue. So there's a lot of cool little rooms. Just like, I mean, there's hundreds of places. You know what I mean? Just like
Mhm.
New York City,
Yeah.
there's so many dope, like, yo, here, wherever you could imagine. But all different size and profiles.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's one of your most memorable times performing?
Yeah. This is, man. Um, I would easily say that my most memorable or that comes to mind is like I got to, be on stage with Leon Bridges and my band, playing with them at the Greek, and John Mayer got to sit in with us.
Yeah.
I got to play two songs with John Mayer, so and like
Nice.
John Mayer, like yeah, that show, the Greek with yeah, doing that, and we got to have like a little vibe, like we just had a musical vibe, just yeah, vibing on that, that was
Definitely.
a cool moment. But I got a lot of them. Like I could go on. Like I mean, yeah, I mean every show I've ever had with Leon Bridges was pretty memorable, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, they all play back in my mind for different reasons, but
Hmm.
yeah, I do remember another is we played Santiago, Chile, with an opening for Harry Styles.
Cool.
It was like maybe like 20,000 people, and they all got like light sticks, and they're just like doing like this. It's on my Instagram somewhere, but
Yeah.
that was a very cool moment. Like it was just like wow, like to feel that, that group energy, but
Of
like 20,000 like just with you, like you have like you control, or you're like manipulating how they feel, like 20,000 people all at once. It's pretty crazy. So
Yeah.
that was memorable. But yeah, there's so many.
So
There's,
many times. So I want to go back to John Mayer because you have a photo with John. So can we take the phone, show everybody in the chat the photo with John? Because
yeah,
it's the coolest thing ever.
yeah,
Yes! Look how cool that is.
yeah. There it
What?
is. That's a genuine moment. That's like a dude freaking out over playing with John Mayer while he's playing guitar.
And both of your mouths are open.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We were totally like, I don't know how to explain it, but he was like talking to me without talk. He didn't say like, let's do this or let's do this, or he didn't say anything to me as far as what to play, or we didn't talk about music. He was just like, he just came over to me and was just like, let's do this. And it was just the whole time we were just there. But yeah, anyone who wants to see it, just go on YouTube and put Leon Bridges, John Mayer, and it'll probably come up. But you can put Leon Bridges live at the Greek,
Yeah.
John Mayer, and there's someone has a video from the front row, and it's crystal clear, and it sounds. It's like I was watching it, like how did you get this? Because like you're there, like this person was there, like totally unobstructed, just following it perfectly. It's like I relived it, like watching their video. It's that good.
That's
But
so
yeah,
cool. You were in the moment, but then you were watching it from like the front row.
yeah, yeah, So it was cool. That was definitely cool. But I also really enjoyed playing Red Rocks. It's just at a there's like a part of like playing at Red Rocks where it's like you're at the venue too. Like you're some venues you just kind of forget that you're like, you know, where you're at the theater, but it's just like at Red Rocks you're just always aware that like, yo, I'm in this mountain. I'm
Yeah, it's
just
insane.
deep. Like you almost have like a better view than the crowd does because
Right.
you're looking up at like the walls of the mountain and you're just like, oh my god, this is like it's just all around you. You're like in a cave almost, like a huge cavern of red rock, just like almost at an angle that you would think like is man made, but it's just like that's just how that rock is. It's just how it is.
Yeah, it's
Like,
absolutely.
it's stunning. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and I'm getting to do it again in August. So
Oh,
with
you're
me,
playing Red Rocks?
hmm
Awesome.
yeah,
Very cool. So I want
yeah,
to talk about your album that came out in 2008,
yeah.
Soul Acoustic.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah.
was, what was the inspiration behind this project?
Oh man, like so I have some very awesome people in the Atlanta music scene. A guy named Ron Harmony, who was you know, he kind of would see me in around town in the scene, like doing a lot of acoustic sets with people as I'll do in a second.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, and he's like, "Yo, you're really cool with the like at this acoustic set, like you know, just you and the artist. It's a vibe." So we just wanted to kind of like capture that and like get to work with some, you know, just some of the artists that I play with. So those four artists on that record are artists that I would you know perform with on a regular basis, and we just did some records. Some of them are I think every record was like their record,
Hmm.
you know, kind of like my take on it, just me and them vibing acoustically.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's kind of how that came about. Just in the city, playing acoustic a lot. I
Uh-huh.
play a lot more electric now, but I would play acoustic a lot more like when I was kind of like back in the day, if you will.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
What artists or genres of music have you been listening to during quarantine?
Yeah. Okay. So my quarantine vibes. Look, I'm real deep in that Zed. Like
Yeah.
I'm all the way. I've heard every Zed song.
Yeah.
Serious as a heart attack. Everyone. So
Ah.
a lot. Um, I've been on. Man, I've been listening to what you call it. I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Drake. Um, it just depends. I listen to a lot of the newest Radiohead record.
Hmm.
Who else? Tom Misch. I've been listening to the Tom Misch vibes.
Hmm.
Uh, this artist named Lido, Lido. He's got some crazy vibes. And then, you know, I always listen to the classics. So, I mean, yeah, yeah, I'm always listening to the classic stuff. Like, so whatever you could name, like classic 80s, classic 90s, classic 2000s.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, pretty much anything.
Everything. Anything and everything.
Yeah, and then I'm fortunate enough to be around like my circle that I'm in, or just as far as artists and like artists, people, and creatives, are always putting me on stuff. Like, so I just have a constant flow of like people who are just like, Brandon, you heard this? Brandon, you heard this? Brandon, you heard this? And I listen to it and just like always turning me on to stuff. Another good vibe that I during quarantine that I started listening to is this artist named Asian.
Hmm.
Asiahn. She's dope. I don't know if she's from Atlanta, but I ended up playing on this record with her. But like, she has a dope record. Her record is so vibey. Um, Asian. Who else? Oh, Mariah the Scientist.
Hmm.
She's a super dope artist. Oh, I love her record.
Yeah.
Mariah the Scientist. She
Okay.
For her last record, I got an opportunity to play with her. Like, it's such a vibey project. Like, I don't know Asian's I'm trying to put it in to see if it comes up. Asian. Yeah, boom. I am Asian. You can check that out. Um,
Okay.
Mariah. Oh, Mariah is so. Oh man, just I love her record is so dope. I was listening to that. Oh yeah, and like I said, these are my boys. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I love this band with all my heart. Bombay Bicycle Club.
Okay.
They Insta. Boom. Yeah, definitely check that out. Like all of those things. Um, yeah, and yeah.
Hmm. What song do you wish you wrote and why?
Mm. Ooh, there's a lot of oh man, ah, I hear those every day where I'm like, man, that is so good. Like I wish I
Yeah.
wrote. Oh, let me tell you a song I wish I wrote. Miguel Adorn. I don't know if it's called Adorn You or Adorn. Adorn.
Yeah. Adore. Yeah.
That song. Like that's
Yeah.
just one example, but everything about it I love. Just like yeah, like I want to write that song. Uh, what else? Pretty much any like I wish I wrote Clarity.
By
Zach
Zed. Yeah.
Clarity. I wish I wrote that song.
That's an amazing.
I wish I wrote that song.
Yeah.
I wish I wrote that song. Um, Let me give you an old school joint too that I was like, man, I wish I wrote that. Um, 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 hmm, maybe like I wish I wrote like a Phil Collins or a Peter Gabriel song. It could be a lot
Oh,
of, but
yeah.
like one could be like In Your Eyes,
Oh,
like
one.
like a huge. Oh, let me tell you another song I wish I wrote. There's this song on what is soundtrack? It's on Desolation of Smaug
Okay.
tra- track, but
Okay.
it's Ed Sheeran and it's called I See Fire.
Uh-huh.
I wish I wrote that song. Like that song is dope. That song is so bananas. One more song I wish I wrote. Diamonds by Rihanna. Well, by Sia. We'll just say Sia.
Yeah.
Sia's such a dope writer, but I wish I wrote Diamonds like that. Like just where it's like simple, but it's just like, and it's
Catchy.
like kind. Well, I like the epicness and I like the epic sounding songs, like Clarity, where it's just like just sounds like super huge and it's kind of like emotional, but it's definitely not like really dark. It's
Yeah.
like generally it's kind of like up and happy-ish and just like super big song. Yeah, I like that song. Um, yeah. I like that Childish Gambino it feels like summer. I think
Yeah.
it's um yeah, that joint, something like that. But yeah, that Miguel Adorn, that's such a good record. Yeah. I could go on all day about the wish I
I
wrote.
know. I know. There's so many good songs. Like, how can you pick one, right?
Yeah. What about you though? What record would you wish you wrote? I'm just
Uh,
wondering.
uh, what record or what song?
What song like would you say like that you wish you wrote?
So, you said record first, so I'm just gonna go with
Yeah.
record. Off the wall, Michael Jackson. The whole.
Oh, yeah. Anything Michael and Quincy is
Yes. Yes. Or Thriller, because the thing is, the whole entire Thriller
it's
album.
a continuation to me. They're really just the same record, just all one thing. I mean, just those records right there, just amazing. That's top notch. There's nothing above it. There might be something as good, but definitely not better.
Yeah,
That's
because you go down each individual song, right? And you're like, I love this one. Oh my God, I love this one. Yes.
I love that.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, but
so yeah,
yeah,
any song off either of those albums, I wish I wrote it because it just. Could you imagine what kind of music they would come up with today in 2021
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
Michael was still here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think about that all the time. Even like, I think a good gauge of like people who are ahead of their time is when you can take a song
Yeah.
or and it's pretty much the same and it still works. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so you know the her song called Damage?
Yes.
Like, I mean, it's literally the same. It's interpolation of the same exact record Herb Alpert.
Right.
It's, so really, his beat that he made for that song was like ahead of his time. But it's like with the newer production on it, it sounds like even better. But like the general idea is like, yeah, it was already there. So I love hearing records like that that like still work, and you just hear
Yeah.
like the genius in like yeah. And another thing that made me think of that is like a few years ago on this one of the Super Bowl commercials, it was like a video game. I can't remember what game it was, but it was some like the whatever the hottest video game in the world was.
Yeah.
And they were using Ain't No Sunshine
Mm.
for background music to this commercial to this video game, and it made perfect sense.
Yeah.
But Bill Withers was thinking like, oh, this could be on a video game because it was like, or it was ahead of us. It was more brilliant than even he could even like imagine what it could be used for. I
Yeah.
love I love those records too.
Hmm. So talk to us about what's coming up. I know you guys are going on tour soon.
That's it. That's what's coming up. We're going on tour. I'm going on tour. We're gonna be going. We're doing a U.S. tour. Um, yeah, it's I can't click off this and look, but it's a bunch of cities. You know, all the usual suspects. Atlanta, and where yeah, like and there's some festivals in there too. So that's really what I have going on, and like and of course everything I'm doing in Atlanta on a regular basis. So I play with a bunch of dope artists every week. Yeah, so that's really what I'm doing. I'm gonna tag some of them right now. Some of
So
the bands that
you
I play.
said you said something's coming up in October to me earlier.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm just tagging all this, some of the people I play with. Yeah, so, in October, my event, Timeless ATL, will be back at Vankman's October 14th.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, my boy Wahid said, "What about DRS?" DRS is man, a studio in Atlanta. Everybody need to know about. I mean, I've been working at this spot for 10 years plus with my boy Wahid, who is the owner and head producer and engineer at this spot, and I'm gonna tag him so everybody can see that right there. DRSATL1. That's my guy, my 20 grand. So yeah, what about DRS? That's what's what, my bro. I got you. Love.
I love it. So Brandon, how can people what right now support you as a musician?
Yeah, definitely just follow me and just encourage me. And you can also please go check out my right there, Timeless ATL, my event page, and you know, just come out when you see me doing stuff. I promote it hard when I am having it. So, you know, come out to it. When you see me posting about artists, yeah, go click on it. Like go explore all these people because I mean all of them are A1 and have been a major part or added to my musical journey and all that jazz. So definitely if I'm posting something, you know, it's probably something of substance, you know, um,
Definitely.
like people like yourself. And thank you for having me.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. When I reached out to you a couple weeks ago, I was like, I need to talk to Brandon. Like,
Yeah,
I felt the energy through Instagram. I had to talk to you. I
that's
saw your photos. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome.
yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate it. And it's dope what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're
I'm having so much fun. Like, I talk to so many incredible musicians all over the country. So thank you so much for coming on my show. I truly appreciate it. What'd you say?
how did you get started doing this?
I have a background in radio, and I always wanted to be behind the mic talking about music. And then I was living in New York City, and I wanted to focus on musicians in New York City because there's so many incredible musicians like that nobody knows about.
Out of this world, yeah.
Amazing. And then the pandemic happened and everything shut down, and we were the epicenter. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I should just bring this on IG because everybody was going live last year. And then I was like, if I go and do this on my Instagram, I can reach people all over the entire country, which I have.
That's awesome. That's dope. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can. You got the radio back, like the radio voice. Like you're excellent at that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. When
Good.
people when people tell me I have a radio voice, it's like the biggest compliment ever. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, got it, girl. Got it. Got
Thank you
it.
so much. I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
tell everybody watching right now, Brandon, where they can follow you on all your social media.
Yeah. Even though I have a super common name,
Yeah.
all of my stuff, everything from my email, Facebook, Twitter, anything, any social media, Cash App, um, is at Brandon A. Thomas or $ Brandon A. Thomas.
Yeah.
Whatever, Brandon A. Thomas. So just Brandon A. Thomas. You can Google Brandon A. Thomas guitar, and every search I've ever done, I'm the first thing that comes up. So, I don't have another like Brandon A. Thomas guitar to battle with. So, you know, but definitely IG is probably my number one place. So, and I post a lot of stuff there. Anyone who I'm playing with that posts me, I post it. Just like you tag me and all this stuff. So I'm glad to post, glad to share. So that's the best way to find me. Just hit me on that IG, and you can definitely see me. Um, there you go. Why he got my back. Yeah, you talk pay this. I love it. Um, yeah. Yeah, you definitely come out to any event you see me posting about. Yeah, that's the best way. Just come check us out, man. Check me out. Every artist I play with is dope and has a vibe to share, and probably does it professionally.
Yeah.
So, give or take, I am privileged enough to work with a bunch of artists who may not do it full time, but most everyone I'm playing with has their own projects and just has their own thing to say. So I'm just there to add to it and be a part.
Yes, I love that. Well, that's all the questions that I have for you tonight, but you're going
Oh,
to perform for us. You're going to do a little guitar thing.
yeah, how long you want me to go?
Hey, I said 2 songs, but you can do whatever you want to do. I said 2 songs, but like I said, whatever.
Okay, well, I want to do. I also want to invite my friend, Miss Majesty Yarbrough. She's gonna sing with me. I play with her. I've known her for forever. I
Uh-huh.
say for since at least 10 years.
Uh-huh.
But come in.
Hey, for you.
Um, yeah, we're gonna, yeah, you can.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Isn't he a rock star?
Uh, um, yeah, so you can come over. They probably want to see your face.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to scooch in like a little bit further towards the middle? Yeah. We definitely want to.
Is that okay?
We're good.
Okay, cool. All right. Sweet thing. That's cool.
I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now or I'll go crazy. Oh, sweet baby. Don't you do everything? Oh, sweet baby. Everything. Don't you do everything? Yes, you are. I wish you weren't with my boss, but you act so uncovered. I love you, child, my heart, like long you be right or be wrong. I'm only what you make me, baby. Don't walk away, don't be so shady. Don't want your mind, don't want your money. These words I say, they may sound funny, but oh, sweet baby. Don't you do everything? Oh, sweet baby. Don't you do everything? Yes, you are. You're my heat, my fire. You're not fire, can't deny ya. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Look me now, or I go crazy. You're my heat, all my fire. You're not mine, can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Look me now, or I go crazy. You're my heat, all my fire. You're not fine, can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Look me now, or I'll go crazy, crazy.
Yes, give it up, guys. Give it up. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Okay.
You're good.
That's good.
Okay, so let me see.
I want to get up so bad.
Okay, so
Sit down.
stand up. Okay, so.
energy between you two. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So guys, if you have any questions for Brandon, feel free to put them in the chat below.
I think, let me see, everybody I see, let me see. What now? No, I did. I already put, yeah, no, I did. It's in here. Yeah, no, I typed in Touch of Magic.
Oh, do you want to put her Instagram handle?
Well, yeah, I put a touch of that, the one I did that was a touch of Magic Band.
Okay.
That's actually her, that is Majesty's band that I play in.
Awesome.
But I'm gonna also
One
put
time just for people watching.
Sing It Majesty. Oh yeah. And that's hers too. That's Sing It Majesty.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna pin this.
Yeah.
We have some questions that are coming in.
Oh
What's
yeah.
your favorite song to sing together?
Wait, what's my favorite what?
What's your favorite song to sing together? Like, what's your favorite song to perform together?
Oh, we actually do Voyage, like with the Voyage true. Yeah.
Whoa, wait,
Like,
can we hear it?
What now?
Can we hear it?
Well, I mean, we usually do it full band. I mean, I can play it or whatever.
I'll sing.
Okay, we'll do. Let's do a little bit. Let's do a little.
You just do like a couple lines. Just I feel like because we talked about it earlier, like you got to now.
Let's just start on the verse from like. Okay. So like yeah. So I did it. But yeah, that's a piece of it.
Yes, thank you so much. Do you guys perform together a lot?
Yeah, like I mean, really, like every week. We play. Yeah, we're performing Friday at this spot called Cigarros in Austin, Georgia. For everyone who's local, they'll know what that means. But yeah, we really perform at least like once a week with our whole band.
Beautiful, love that. So guys, if you're in the Atlanta area, please make sure to check them out because.
Band.
What'd you say?
A touch of magic band.
A touch of magic band.
Touch.
Touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's cute. When's the next studio session?
I made that up so I also do like marketing, band marketing and promotion. I can come up with liturgical gestures for your set. So I came up with that touch. Everyone.
Oh, that's cute. I love that. Now I'm not going to forget it because there's like movement involved. Oh, I love it. I love it. So guys, if you're in Atlanta, please make sure to catch them every week. Good stuff. Good stuff. So Brandon, any final words for the room?
Yeah. Anybody who is you know, in the chat, everybody in the chat, man, I appreciate y'all for checking me out, and I definitely want to thank Ashley for having me, and you're amazing at what you do too, and thank you for, you know, making me feel so welcome, and you know, we need people like you who want to, you know, talk to us and let other people have an opportunity to you know, get to know us and, you know, helping us, you know, do what we do.
Definitely.
So thank you. Your efforts are priceless.
Thank you. That means the world to me. I love talking to musicians, and this was phenomenal. And you guys are amazing together. Brandon, it was so much fun. We had such a great
Thank you. Had a great time.
Yes.
So much.
Guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow Brandon. He is on tour this fall with Leon Bridges, and he's pretty much in Atlanta all the time playing with everybody. So guys, make sure to follow him on IG. Support. And guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow me. I'm Ashley Live. This is Vibin with Ashley Live. And yes, bye, John.
Later.
Have a good night. Thanks again.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.